Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I didn't even announce that I'm going to do this. I'm just showing up. This has been a really big topic, my sweet friends. Is it your job to make others comfortable? So I wanted to hop on here and have a little chat about it because, maybe it's time to fire your ass. So some of you might have seen my post on Facebook on my public page or personal page, whatever the heck it's called. And it was just when I do that, just in case anybody wonders where that comes from, is there's just like this blip of inspiration, and it doesn't occur a lot, as you can tell. It's not like I'm not updating that, even every day with something like that. There's just a bloop that comes along. And so this morning it was really this energy of like, making other people comfortable. And, the post was kind of for myself also, like, maybe it isn't my job. Maybe it isn't my job. Maybe it isn't your job, sweet friends. So anyway, I see there's lots of people hopping on. Oh, yay, Tanya. I was going to say, I'd love people to be saying hello. And Jacqueline, yay, hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, magical Facebook user. So just so you guys know, if you're not, if you haven't given StreamYard permission, you just show up as Facebook user right now for me. Now, when I look at it later, I will see you. But just so you know, if you're wondering why I'm not talking to you, hello, sweet Aileen. Yay, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, doll. Hi. Again, Facebook user. Oh, Miss Leanne. Yeah, it's totally not our job, right? Right? And I've made some really phenomenal choices in the last few days that have created so much and have created so much uncomfort in people's worlds. And that's not what I'm used to. I'm not really, I'll say it this way. I was brought up where my value was in making other people comfortable, making other people happy, doing what other people wanted. And I don't mean to be a victim to that. I'm not saying, well, I was brought up that way, it's just the way it is. No, I chose that. And now I'm choosing different. And I've chose different, in bits and pieces for a while now. And now even more. And now even really in the face of like acknowledging how uncomfortable it's going to make for me to make a certain choice or whatever, and be okay with that. Like, and I wonder if we were willing to do that, like if we were just willing to be present with it. Because a lot of times what we do is we try to push it away, or we try to stifle it, or we stuff it away. Maybe that's through food or alcohol or, sex or whatever it is. We try to do it rather than just acknowledging like, hey, there's going to be people who aren't okay with this. And what if that's okay, guys? Like, what if their level of discomfort with your choices is up to them? Whew. Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And I'm pretty sure everybody who's in the groups I've shared, no, maybe not. So I will just talk about that for a moment. That is the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. If you're not familiar, you can go to theclearingstatement.com for more information about how it works. Also, accessconsciousness.com. That shit will change your life, my sweet friends. And I do, of course, happen to have an in-person bars class. If you can get to my pool party in Sherwood Park, just outside of Sherwood Park, Alberta, it starts on Wednesday, July 7th, and then online and in person. So whether you can get here in person or not, foundation starts on Thursday, July 8th and goes until the 11th. So hashtag get your butt to bars and foundation. That is where you will learn all of the hands-on healing modalities, magical tricks and tools, and all the things that can change your life. I've now been using them for 10 years. How does it get any better? And every area of my life has changed, and every area of my life continues to get better and better. And this is a big part of it. So a lot of the places that I, initially started working on were, say money and different things like that. And now it's this sort of stuff where we're being okay with others being uncomfortable. Now, I'm not talking about going out of my way to make people uncomfortable. That's not what I'm talking about here. but being willing to be aware of what you're choosing, what you're creating, and if people around you aren't going to be happy about it. Now, just acknowledge it for you. I'm not saying you need to do anything else. It's just that if we pretend they won't, or we go, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I just don't really feel like it. But really the energy behind that is, oh my gosh, I know that that would make people around me uncomfortable. Yeah. So one of the things that I did yesterday, and if you're my Facebook friend, you might have seen it. I wore an orange shirt in honor of all of the warriors from the residential schools, but let's change that word, here in Canada, and they're finding many, many unmarked graves, over 1,000. There'll be many more that they find. So I wore that instead of the Happy Canada Day post I would normally have. And that really, I mean, it's so small. It's such a small thing. And yet I was very aware that there were going to be people in my world that were not going to be okay with that we should just forget the past and let's move forward and all that stuff. And I'm not about rehashing the past and bringing it up and sitting in it and spinning in it and making people wrong. That's not it at all. And let's open our eyes. Let's be willing to open our eyes. Let's be with what is and make choices that can create greater from there. And so from this place, that is going to make people uncomfortable. People don't want to hear those stories. And then on top of that, I did a Facebook Live with the most phenomenal woman, Susan Powell. If you haven't watched it, guys, I have got so much feedback. It is life-changing. It changed my entire life. And it was, I titled it A Conversation Worth Having. And it was all about what every one of us can be and do different to contribute to changing. And it's like, but have Kleenex handy, please, especially at the end when she sings. Oh my God. Anyway, so that willingness to show up and know that there's people who are like, oh, that's stupid, or that's wrong, or we should be doing this, or we should be doing that. It's like, no more. And what if their discomfort is okay? I know for myself personally, there's been times where I required to be so uncomfortable that that's what actually inspired me to make a different choice. And I'm not saying that's going to be for everybody, that everybody that, is uncomfortable with the choices you make is actually going to be inspired to make another choice. And what if that's okay? Like, what if that actually is irrelevant? Whew. Everything that is, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD POC, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Hello, sweet Leslie. Thank you. Oh, I'm so grateful for you. Yay. Yeah. Right? Leanne says, it speaks volumes. I'm glad you wore orange. Good that people were uncomfortable, right? Like, it is good. And if we don't make it our job to make them comfortable, what else could we actually create? What else could we actually create? And then take it a step further and look at where you're uncomfortable. Be present with when you get uncomfortable. And it doesn't mean it has to be with somebody wearing orange on Canada Day. Doesn't mean it has to be that. It could be that you see a post of, I don't know, a 14-year-old girl with, showing off her cleavage or something, and you get uncomfortable with that. But get present with that. Like, what is that for you? Not from the place of it's right or it's wrong. That's where we often will go to. That's our auto-responder of, well, that's wrong and that's bad and they should take that photo down and they're horrible. And that's not going to create more either. What is that for you? What is that for you? And I mean, I use that as an example because it probably brings up a lot for people, but be present with what is uncomfortable for you. I know some of the stories, even that Susan shared, which there were not many that she shared on our chat yesterday, but some of them made me very uncomfortable. It's like, and it's not about forcing myself to be uncomfortable and they went through it, so I should suffer. It's not that, but look at that. Look at those places within ourselves and be willing to shine the light on those places for ourselves too. And be willing for the people around you to be uncomfortable as fuck. Because the more that you be you, whatever that looks like, that might be wearing orange on Canada Day, that might be, saying no when they want to hear a yes. It might be, not taking a family vacation with all the big family, like whatever it is for you, that's for you. That's yours. And that's for you to let them have whatever response they're going to have. That's not up to you. You got to look at what works for you. And in Access, we talk about the kingdom of we a lot. So most of us, and chances are if you're watching this now or later, my sweet friends, you are very familiar with the kingdom of them, meaning everything that everybody else requires. What makes them happy, what makes them, what they need, even what they would like to do, all the things. It's very external. We've done ourselves a real disservice with that, but most of us, like me, were brought up with that. That's a good thing. You know, I would get a pat on the back every time I overrode what worked for me for somebody else, and really, what it's about is the kingdom of we, meaning we're there too. So it's not the kingdom of I, and I know that you guys don't have that thing going on. There's people on the planet for sure that have kingdom of I, but it's not us. We're much more apt to be kingdom of we, or sorry, kingdom of them. And what you want to be is kingdom of we, where you're part of the equation, where you care for you as much as you care for everyone else, because you're never, ever, ever going to be able to dull that caring down. Don't even try, guys. That's part of your superpowers. That's part of your superpowers, my sweet friends. The caring that you be is bigger than you can even put words to. And start being that for you too, which is allowing other people to choose what they're going to choose with what you choose. Yeah, whew, right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, box shorts, boys and beyonds. Hello, sweet Roberta. Hello, Facebook user. Hello, Laura from Mexicali. Whew, yum. Yeah. So, what if you would be willing to fire your ass, my sweet friends? What if it isn't your job? And here's the big piece. What if it actually isn't kind? I know, it isn't kind, actually. When we choose based on what other people may or may not react with or respond to, or their comfort level, what we're doing is it's a form of what I call superior bitching. And if you're not familiar with that term, extra hashtag get your butt to foundation, because we talk about it a lot in there. But it really is this allowance of letting people choose what they're going to choose. Because if we're always ensuring that the people around us are comfortable with us, then we're totally super easy for me to say, superior bitching their choice in whatever it is that's going on. What if we stopped? What if we allowed them to choose whatever they're going to choose, and then we can choose based on what they choose? Yeah. And get a sense of how less work you have to do if you're not making other people around you comfortable. Like, I think you get an extra month or 6 off this year. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, puck, shorts, boys and beyonds. Hello, sweet Tundra. Yeah. So many North Americans are either in or going into a long weekend. So you might be spending time with family and friends. This might be a great time to really get present with what you're choosing and really watch where you are ensuring that you make other people comfortable, where you are ensuring that they are happy and they are having what they need and you don't even know. It's where a lot of, especially women, now also I work with more women than I do men. I do work with some men, but more women for sure. A lot of times women come in their 40s or their 50s, they don't actually even know what they would like. If you ask them what's your target, what's your goal, what's your dream, they're like, I don't know. But if you ask them what their spouses or their kids are, they'd know. And that's what's occurred. We've spent our life not being present with us, not looking at what works for us, so engrossed in others, in the kingdom of them rather than the kingdom of we. And cool, Awesome. Though that's a choice. Now what would we like to choose? Because this is the thing. This doesn't have to be it. It's not like, oh, well, that's the way it's been. That's the way I'm always going to be. It's like, no. No, you can make a different choice now. You can make a different choice, and you can be present with your response through it. So this morning there was another situation where I um, I didn't have to deal with a thing. I could have just deleted it. And it just really didn't work for me. And I was looking at that as being really present with my not choosing to respond and deal with it, so to speak. And what I got was that energy again was I didn't want to make them uncomfortable. I'm like, but it actually doesn't work for me. So whatever their uncomfort is with my response of, hey, this doesn't work for me, that's theirs. So I was like, all right. And I went ahead and I sent the email, and it's like the freedom in that, and not from the place of making them wrong. It wasn't even about that. It was just like, I just actually asked them some questions back, just to get some clarity on it, even though I know what went on. But it's just like, I'm going to do some more, and then it will allow them to look at the choice that they made with it. Yeah, like, and so if we can be present with that, and we can make then a different choice in that moment, and then we can celebrate that. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, what the person did was illegal. Now, I'm not sure that and I could be totally wrong. So I'll go into it because it's not like it's a secret or anything, and I won't divulge any, personal names with it. But this person got access to my email address, and then they added me to their email list. And here in Canada, and probably every country in the world at this point, you actually, there's huge legalities with that. In fact, and I looked it up because I was interested, not because I would take this sort of action. Well, not in this 10 seconds, who knows? But I was just curious for myself. But in Canada, and this person is in Canada, and I am in Canada, they could get up to, I think the lowest fine starts at $1 million. Like, holy hell. And so rather than just unsubscribing from their list, I just emailed back, and I'm just like, hey, I'm curious. I said, I'm confused. I'm not sure how I got on your list. And I know how I did. I know what they did. And I posed it as a question. And so that, that sort of an energy, and like that could actually contribute to them. If they don't have that information that it's illegal, this could be a huge contribution. And they might totally have that information and be like, oh, she won't care. And now they know. And it's total ease for me without going into, oh, I don't want to make them uncomfortable. What if they hate me after? What if they don't talk to, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Ah. Wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, shorts, boys, beyonds. Oh, Urba's very hot. Hello, Minez. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but hello, honey. Yeah. Yeah. So all the ways that you have made people more comfortable, that you have made yourself valuable by how comfortable you make people. Will you just destroy and uncreate all that times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And please fire your ass now. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, POD, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I'm so incredibly grateful for all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, big reminder, in-person bars on July 7th here at the pool party. And then either in-person or online foundation starts July 8th until the 11th. If you've got any questions, reach out. I also have an online 3-part series, brand new. This is something I've never done before. It's called The Energetics of Creating with Our Bodies as If by Magic. And it's all about energies and playing with energies and being more and receiving more. And yeah, it's yummy. So you can find both links somewhere around here. If you can't, just message me and I will get you them. So have a great, great rest of your day. If you're in North America or anywhere celebrating a long weekend, happy long weekend to you all. And I look forward to seeing you somewhere on this beautiful planet, sweet friends. You're so welcome. You're so welcome.